Hi, Kevin Henry of Dental Economics here tonight in New York City, talking with Dr. Michael Goldberg from Dental Volunteers for Israel, celebrating their 30th anniversary this evening. And we're going to talk a little bit about DVI. And first of all, tell us what DVI is and what it does.
Dental Volunteers for Israel is a freestanding dental clinic in Jerusalem. Okay. It treats only children, and we treat the indigent children of the municipality of Jerusalem.
Tell me how it got started and really what kind of role it plays today.
So it got started in 1980, 30 years ago, by a bunch of French dentists and a woman who was a Holocaust survivor who suffered terribly with her teeth. And she made it her life's goal to make sure that children of all backgrounds will never suffer again. So she started DVI Clinic in Jerusalem in 1980.
And I know tonight's gala honors some people who have really been very important. Can you talk a little bit about the corporate support that you've received?
So Henry Schein, through Henry Schein Cares, has been a corporate sponsor of DVI for more than 10 years, 12 years, I'm not quite sure, for a long time. And it's through their efforts that that our clinic is really allowed to do what it does. They donate a huge amount of supplies and equipment to the dental clinic. And we run totally on volunteers and on donations through people like Henry Schein. We're honoring Steve Kess, who is one of the point people for Henry Schein towards DVI. He, together with Keith Dreyer, who sits on our board, the American Friends of Dental Volunteers for Israel's board, are the people really responsible for making sure that Henry Schein does what it needs to do for Dental Volunteers for Israel.
Can you tell our viewers maybe a success story that's happened through DVI that maybe is near and dear to your heart?
Well, the biggest success story is you'll hear tonight.
Okay.
Because we have a young man who is now a dentist practicing in East Jerusalem, who as a child was a patient in the clinic.
Oh, nice.
Inspired by the volunteer dentist that treated him, that took care of him, to become a dentist himself, and now comes back and volunteers in the clinic when one of our international volunteers can't make it.
Very nice.
So he is our ultimate success story.
And last question for you, can you kind of tell our viewers maybe if they want to get involved how they should do that and what can be done?
Right. So the best way is to go to our website, either AmericanFriendsOfDVI.org or call the American Friends of DVI office and contact Betty Golfond, our program director, and she'll direct you in the right way, and you can set up a way of volunteering.
Well, congratulations, DVI, on 30 great years, and
Thank you.
Thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it. Hi, Kevin Henry with Prus Magazine, here tonight in New York City at a gala honoring Dental Volunteers for Israel, their 30th anniversary. And I'm joined tonight by Steve Kess, the Vice President of Professional Global Relations for Henry Schein, and Mr. Stan Bergman, the Chairman and CEO of Henry Schein. And gentlemen, thank you all for your time. I appreciate it. Mr. Bergman, would you just talk a little bit about DVI and Henry Schein and the relationship that there is?
Kevin, thank you. DVI is a remarkable organization. Jerusalem is one of the most complicated cities in the world, and DVI provides dental care to all the citizens of Jerusalem. It doesn't matter from which background they come from, DVI is there to support them. And Steve, who is the honoree tonight, is the quintessential social entrepreneur in dentistry. And it's through Steve's work that we've been able to cultivate a terrific relationship between DVI and Henry Schein Cares.
Congratulations on being honored this evening.
Thank you, Kevin.
Can you talk a little bit about what DVI does and why it's so special to you?
I think Stanley began to explain the excitement of DVI in that it cares for all of the children of the city, regardless of their religious, ethnic, or national background. Henry Schein Cares is the 12-year-old program of Henry Schein that focuses on helping improve access to oral health care worldwide. And in that capacity, the vision and the mission of Dental Volunteers for Israel align so perfectly with that of Henry Schein and Team Schein values in helping level the playing field, providing care, giving individuals an opportunity to be the best that they can be. And it really fits beautifully within our Helping Health Happen theme.
Nice. Can you talk a little bit about how you've seen DVI grow since you all have been working together?
Well, I think when we first were exposed to DVI in it was 1997, it was a relatively small organization. I think over the last decade and a half, actually in the last 30 years, DVI has brought over thousands of volunteers to provide their time, to provide free oral care. I think something like almost 4,500 dental volunteers. It's a remarkable number of volunteers. And what's so remarkable about this organization is its sustainability. Of course, the founder, Trudy Berger, was a humanitarian that defies the description, the words just cannot, it's very hard to define Trudy. She was bigger than life. And what is so remarkable about DVI is that it sustained itself past the passing away of Trudy in 2002.
Steve, if there's one thing that our viewers should know about DVI, what would you say that would be?
I think the appeal of the program, as Stanley pointed out, Trudy's remarkable charisma and commitment, is also reinforced by the fact that dentists of all nationalities, of all religious backgrounds, come from all over the world to serve their 2-week stints in Jerusalem and provide care complementary to the children, as Stanley had pointed out earlier. I think from Henry Schein's point of view, what stands out for us is that the contribution of product and equipment and supplies that we do make each year to help them with their needs is used so efficiently and effectively. And it's a wonderful program and a great example of a public and private partnership.
Gentlemen, I really appreciate your time and congratulations on a great evening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kevin. Thanks for what you're doing for dentistry.